if you give the Ballon d'Or to the best player of this generation, and you can give it always to Lionel Messi. But if we give it to the best player of the last season, then it was Virgil van Dijk.
The Ballon d'Or France Football 2019
Le
is
Ballon d'Or
Mr.
France Football
Lionel
2019
Messi.
est décerné Lionel Messi.
Let's talk about six, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about six.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a winner. Leo Messi took home his unbelievable sixth Ballon d'Or in what was a brilliant night in the history of football, in the history of humanity, and just in the history of the entire universe. Once again, Leo Messi became the outright leader of the most Ballon d'Or awards given to one sole player, and once again, we saw him create history. Maybe potentially in an even more special way than we'd ever seen him do before. But we'll talk a little bit more about that in due course. For now, let's go over the whole night. First, it started off with everyone arriving to the ceremony, except for a bit of a significant no-show. Last year, it was Neymar who decided to trade in the Ballon d'Or celebrations for, well, fortnight. And this year, it was Cristiano Ronaldo who decided to unfortunately downgrade from celebrations of the best player in the world to celebrations of the best player in just, well, Italy. Everybody on social media was just going off because we had already apparently confirmed that Lionel Messi was going to win with this leaked top 10 which hit the net. And I'm sorry if I end up being maybe a bit too harsh or direct here, but if you did fall for this, then I hope you know you are a moron, and you're not just a moron, you're not a football fan. Yeah, that's fucking harsh as shit, but let's be real. Have you actually seen this list? Mo Salah in third place, nowhere to be seen. Bernardo Silva, Lewandowski. I know Sterling finished outside of the top 10, but even him not being in there should have been a bit of a shout. It's unbelievable. Someone please remind me next year to slap together some text in a Google Translate, turn it into French, and I can bang and do numbers on Twitter with my own fake top 10 list. The biggest surprise of the entire night wasn't actually the winners of the awards, as everyone that we pretty much expected to win ended up getting up, but actually Didier Drogba. My man 100% carried that entire damn show all the way up to the reveal of the Ballon d'Or. Fuck it, I want him to host every Ballon d'Or from now on, and get him on Sky, get him on everything, because my man is funny as hell. The first award of the night was given to Alisson from Liverpool for winning the Lev Yashin Trophy, the inaugural trophy for the best goalkeeper in the world. And you know what? Even though I don't think he is the best goalkeeper in the world ability-wise, yes, this is me talking, I think it's very clear that at this stage that it is Mark ter Stegen who is almost surely the best outright, regardless of, you know, trophies or stats or whatever, the best goalkeeper on the planet. I think 100% there was no other goalkeeper that was going to win this award. Alisson won the Champions League, he won the Copa America, he got the Golden Glove for not just the Premier League and the Champions League, but also the Copa America. He had something like 40 plus clean sheets for club and country last season. He has just been absolutely on fire. I easily think he's like a top 3 keeper in the world, but maybe not the best. Regardless, 100% deserved to win this award. The other award was the Copa Trophy, which is presented to the best young player. Last year it was Kylian Mbappe, and this year it was won by Matthias de Ligt. And again, I'm going to have to say, despite maybe his sluggish, slower start to life at Juventus, again, rightfully deserved, I would have to say. My man exploded onto the scene in the Champions League, doing bits with Ajax, significantly doing his part to get them all the way to a semi-final and this close to a Champions League final as well. So you know what? For the impact that he had, 100% he deserved that award as well. Sancho came in second place, and the English were obviously fuming, which is always funny. Liverpool fans are basically almost bringing and claiming him in as one of their own ever since the transfer rumours have picked up that Sancho may potentially be on his way to Liverpool in January. So unfortunately for them, I guess you could almost consider it another L that they sadly for them had to take on the night. You'll know what the other one is soon enough. Not that Liverpool fans should be too upset with how things went for them on the night. Neither of their guys got up, but still for them, had 4 players in the top 10, which is absolutely outstanding. And it wasn't just a good number of Liverpools that had a pretty good night, but also Africa, for the first time in their history, have had 3 players appear in the top 10 for the very first time.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. God. That's what I'm talking about.
But the man on top, the eventual winner of the Ballon d'Or, was none other than the GOAT himself. Leo Messi, Ballon d'Or number 6, And Virgil van Dijk, my God, he was the only rival to Messi to win the Ballon d'Or this season, and holy shit was he close. In fact, so close that it was the closest margin between first and second place for the Ballon d'Or this side of the millennium. He was 0.3% of the votes away from winning the Ballon d'Or. I think in the end it was only like 7 points. They both got like a little over 600. It was unbelievably close, and I thought it had no right to be. I genuinely thought it was an open and shut case. Messi, Ballon d'Or winner, Van Dijk, admirable effort, deserves his props, but was never going to get 0.3%. That is unbelievable. Sadio Mane somehow managed to finish in 4th place behind Cristiano Ronaldo, which, you know, really baffled me quite a fair bit because I didn't really even think CR7 deserved almost a spot in the top 3 is, yeah, but top 5 even. I genuinely thought that Mane, this is me personally, Mane deserved to be higher. I thought Alisson deserved to be higher. With the way Lewandowski's been playing to end this calendar year, there's even a shout for him, but maybe not as much. I even thought potentially Bernardo Silva could have gone higher than him as well. And there you go. I'm even saying that he shouldn't even been the highest Portuguese player on the list. But when you actually look at the points, look at the difference. It's so massive. I am shocked by how many points Cristiano Ronaldo actually somehow managed to get. It's almost like people kind of don't really want to believe that he has actually slowed down and not had as good a year this time out as he has, you know, on seasons or years prior. Either that or journos are just scared of the fucking fanboys. I don't know, whatever it is. And also, just speaking of dodgy voting, take a look at this. My man from Sri Lanka had this as his top 5. Trent Alexander-Arnold as number 1. What? If that's not the craziest thing, there's no Messi, there's no Van Dijk, anywhere to be seen in that top 5. My man just does not give a fuck, like, at all. And this dude has been voting on the Ballon d'Or for like years. I don't know. That's seen. But yeah, anyway, thankfully it didn't really matter because getting back to the actual winner, Lionel Messi. Personally, I thought that Messi would be the clear, maybe not clear and outright winner, but in the end, he would get it done reasonably comfortably. And for it to be so close was surprising to me, but there are some fans out there that are claiming that apparently Lionel Messi's 6th Ballon d'Or victory has been a robbery. Of course, you've got a few fans that are saying, oh, Ronaldo deserved it, or this player, or that player, but the number one was, of course, that Virgil van Dijk deserved the 2019 Ballon d'Or. Now, as much as I do believe, as strongly as I believe Messi was 100% the only deserving winner of the Ballon d'Or this year, I'm still willing to take on some of their points and to see, is there any weight to these claims that Messi did not deserve the Ballon d'Or and that maybe it should have gone to someone else, maybe Van Dijk or whoever? Van Dijk was by far and away the best defender of this calendar year and of last season, and was absolutely crucial to Liverpool's success. He also had that whole pretty crazy stat of that he'd never been dribbled past for like 50-something games. As much as it became a little bit of a novelty toward the end, it's still unbelievably impressive and really spoke to how crazy a defender he really was. There's also the fact as well that the last 5 winners of the Ballon d'Ors have all come from the team that went on to win the Champions League that season or the season prior. So everyone thought with Liverpool winning the Champions League that maybe that would give Van Dijk the edge over Messi and that would be the reason why he went on to win it. But regardless of all that, I'm still going to say no, 100% Messi still deserved the Ballon d'Or, and as good as Van Dijk has been in the season prior and in this calendar year, I'm still saying that Messi 100% deserved it and that there was indeed no robbery to be had here. As great as Van Dijk has been, we still can be a little bit critical about how he started this season. Van Dijk individually has maybe not necessarily dropped off too much, but his team as a whole, the Liverpool defense, has seemingly regressed a bit defensively, despite the team itself actually significantly getting quite better. Liverpool to begin this season have really struggled to keep clean sheets. It's a bit of a problem which thankfully isn't really impeding their domination in the Premier League up to this point, but still is reflective on their defense and on Van Dijk as a result. For me as well, Van Dijk, not just if we're talking performance-wise toward the end of this calendar year, Van Dijk really, if he had any hope of winning this Ballon d'Or needed to go on to win that Premier League. On the final day, if things went his way, if Liverpool managed to take it home, then there would have been absolutely no doubt, surely. Maybe even the Nations League would have done it with, the voting being so ridiculously close, despite the fact that I personally do not rate the Nations League, and it's just a glorified friendly tournament. That's just my opinion. But with the fact that the voting was so close, again, remember, 0.3%, surely winning the Nations League would have got it done for him. Which, funnily enough, if we're talking about the Nations League, means that by Portugal and Ronaldo winning the Nations League, that actually inadvertently gave Messi the Ballon d'Or. That is a mindfuck. That is so crazy. By Ronaldo actually winning and taking home yet another title, he's actually damaged his GOAT status going up against Messi, because he thus has pretty much almost effectively given Messi the advantage in the Ballon d'Or race, which is a big deal. It's just nuts, but whatever. Getting back to Van Dijk. If a defender or a goalkeeper is going to win this Ballon d'Or, an award which is just dominated by attackers and has been for the last 20, 30 years for so long, they need to have not just an absolute standout season and standout calendar year, but they need to win significant titles. And I'm not just talking one. Did Virgil van Dijk stand out as an absolutely crazily good best defender in the world? Yes, absolutely 100%. Did he take home those significant titles? I'm going to say no. Even the UCL, even the Champions League isn't enough, in my opinion, for a defender or a goalkeeper to go on to win the Ballon d'Or in this current climate. As I said before, Van Dijk either needed the Premier League, maybe the Nations League with how tight the voting was, but a defender or a goalkeeper, they've just got to have the most unbelievable season that any defender or any goalkeeper could possibly have. I mean, Fabio Cannavaro, the last defender to win a Ballon d'Or, had to win a World Cup for his country just to even get in contention. And at the same time, he didn't even remotely have to go up against anyone that was averaging 70 plus goals and assists combined in a calendar year. So poor Virgil van Dijk, I thought the man had no hope, but to his credit, goddamn, he got close. And that, honestly, to get so close to Leo Messi is an accomplishment in itself, despite the fact he's not leaving with the hardware. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Virgil van Dijk, in my honest opinion, definitely not robbed as much as his fans and even Ronaldo fans would like to cry and say that he was. The Ronaldo fans are in the mud, and that is a beautiful thing. They've had to watch their boy fall back behind Messi once again in the Ballon d'Or race, and I tell you what, I'm starting to think, could this be it? We're coming toward the end of both of these players' careers, as sad as it bloody is, but you just have to wonder, with the fact that there have been 11 Ballon d'Ors won in the last 12 years by these two men, and it's just unbelievable. It's something about this one that could prove to be potentially the last Ballon d'Or that either of these two men ever take. Messi has more golden shoes. He has 7 more trophies than Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got 4 more league titles than Cristiano Ronaldo, and also more golden boots, and now a 6th Ballon d'Or to beat his 5. These are big, big things that when we're looking back on these players' careers are going to show and tilt future football fans' opinions. Messi is by far a more successful player. He has more accolades. He has the respect of the entire football world and is statistically a better goal scorer than Cristiano Ronaldo, when that is basically CR7's main thing. All this time, while Messi is a better playmaker, a better free kick taker, a better dribbler, I tell you what, guys, because I'm not sure I don't know if Ronaldo can win another Ballon d'Or, but at the same time, I don't really know if Messi can win another Ballon d'Or. I really don't. I think we're starting to see now, eventually, Messi and Ronaldo begin to drop off. And maybe they drop off, they still stay incredible, but maybe not good enough to get back into Ballon d'Or contention. I genuinely think Messi winning this Ballon d'Or might have been it. I think this might have been the moment we will look back and say that this was the moment that maybe Lionel Messi just went on and secured his GOAT status. Do you really think we are ever going to see a footballer win 6 or more Ballon d'Ors ever again in our lifetimes? I personally don't think it's going to happen. I think we've been ridiculously fucking blessed to get 2 of these players all at the same time competing against each other. It's been an unreal spectacle. And I just don't see it. I just don't know if there's anyone else out there playing now or even in the future in the next 10, 20, 30 years that's going to be able to take 6 Ballon d'Ors home in their careers. It's extraordinary. The guy's a freak, and he just is the best of all time. But anyway, that was my 2 cents on it anyway. It's not all about my opinion, of course. I'd love to hear from you as well. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think Messi deserved his Ballon d'Or? Does winning this 6th Ballon d'Or cement his spot as the greatest of all time? Or do you think maybe Van Dijk should have won? Do you think maybe Ronaldo should have won? Just let me know all your opinions on the Ballon d'Or and everything in the comments. And of course, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and of course, subscribe for more. Till the next time, my name is Master Bucks. Thank you all for watching and have a good one.